Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum is currently doing what it's supposed to be doing in this wave 4 pattern, yeah? So it's pretty much going in line with expectations at the moment, but now is a key point of where we need to see, how does it carry on? So with Ethereum, we have obviously come up here previously in 2021 to, back then a new all-time high. It then started the ABC correction. We talked about this target area down here, which was eventually reached, which seemed very unlikely back in the days, but it's come back to that level perfectly, reacted very nicely here to the blue target area, has then moved into the yellow one for that wave 4 scenario. It's all based on Fibonacci levels, yeah. And we talked about that it could reach the maximum at 3,330. Now, Ethereum did go up to, I think, 3,300 nearly, and now is turning around. So we have a first reaction in the target area. Had Ethereum just broken this pattern already, then I would already talk about a different scenario. That could already then be an all-time high scenario, potentially, yeah. At the moment, as long as Ethereum still is in that target area here in the wave 4 area, my most likely scenario would be that Ethereum comes down once more into the blue target area down here. For example, Solana did that yesterday, yeah. On the Solana chart, you can already see that the price did turn around and moved back into the target area down there. And Ethereum, if it doesn't break above 3,330, or maximum what it would do is to break above here this previous wave 4. So I'll put a horizontal line on the chart. I think at the latest then I would talk about a different scenario of 3,430. That's what I would want it to break. That's a technical target before we talk about a different scenario. Otherwise, I will stay here with my primary scenario that Ethereum will come down once more lower. But it does not need to. I need to re-emphasize that in every video. It doesn't need to come lower anymore to complete the correction. It did what it needed to do and what we expected already back in November, that it would come back much lower, and it needs to complete its correction in this area between the 0.786 fib level and the 0.887. Yeah, so the $2,380 level was reached. That was what we expected on this channel. Originally, the target area was even a bit higher than that, yeah. But even when that was reached, the correction could have been completed already. But when it was reached, I wasn't happy with it. It looked like it would come down deeper, and it did. Now we are pretty much here at a level where the indicators on the Ethereum chart are fairly low. The correction could be complete, yeah. But still, primarily, and one reason for that is on the monthly, the MACD as well, for example, it is a bit too high. Primarily, also with what Bitcoin is doing, I would expect the price to come back lower. But again, it doesn't need to. So we're really at a tipping point here at the moment. And Ethereum is currently, as we can see, reacting really to that fib level there. Also reacting to the 50-day moving average that is coming down. And yeah, it's coming down in that whole move up here in this wave 4. This is the most significant correction that we've seen so far, but it's still doing fairly well. I mean, if we take the Fibonacci levels just of that wave 3 alone, you can see that the price is currently coming back, yeah, to 2,860. It hasn't just reached it yet, but that would be the 0.382 fib level. Not a very strong retracement, and if it, yeah, I mean, to be fair, this could be, at the moment, you could not yet interpret an impulse into this in my view, but if Ethereum turns around here, roughly at 2,860, that's the 0.382 fib level, or even at 2,730, yeah, and moves to the upside, then we could, no, it can't come down that far. It can't come down that far. Don't think so. No, it should really turn around at 2,860. If it drops lower, I think then it gets much more likely again that it comes down lower. There is a chance. So there is a chance that we could interpret here an impulse into this. Not yet, but it might become one. So if we count this here as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and now you're doing your 5. No, that's not how it should be. No, this would be a wave 1, 2. I'll make it yellow in a minute so you can see it better. That is similar to what I would expect, or what we need to see for Bitcoin, for example, as well. It's currently here in this, and it's a nice beginning of an impulse, to be fair. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and the wave 5 would be the next move up. It would need to do that and would need to find support here in order to confirm basically that potential impulse here. At the moment, it could still be a 3-wave pattern and we come down from here. If we see a first impulse, a first 5-wave move to the upside, then you can be, yeah, then it's more likely that we're actually starting to go up from here, yeah. And these could be for Ethereum. It could actually be new all-time highs, and basically because Ethereum has already reached its target area down there, something that, for example, Bitcoin hasn't done yet, and therefore Ethereum could at any point go up from here. That's what I did mention in the last few videos. At the moment though, as long as we still are in this yellow target box, I would primarily go here with this being just an ABC, so something like ABC, and now you're starting your 5-wave move to the downside. Yeah, it still has a bit more space to the up. It still can move a bit higher, to be fair. It hasn't really maxed out the area yet, and as I said, the maximum it can do here is the 3,400. This peak of the previous wave 4, yeah, I wouldn't want it to go higher. If it does, then we can really go up from here, but even that wouldn't be a problem, would it? Because in the end, we want cryptos to go up higher that have reached the target area down there and that have done the correction, that have completed the correction. That tidies the chart up, and it makes it much more likely that a new all-time high could be coming. Looking at the indicators here on the daily, for example, we can see that it is also here a bit at a tipping point actually. It's pretty much just at the 50 line, the RSI on the daily. On the MACD, it's just turning around potentially to the downside. And the ADX, another momentum indicator, is just now flashing a short signal, but a weak one, where that red line here is crossing above the green line. So all of these indicators point a little bit more to the downside, especially with the RSI pointing down here as well, but just flattening out really. So it's a bit of a indecision. So if we can't see anything on the daily, we can go to the 8-hour chart if we can see any more there. Also on the 8-hour chart, yeah, well, Ethereum moved into the bearish range, so rather bearish momentum. Okay, the MACD also pointing down, a little bit losing selling pressure, but quite weak. And also still a short signal here indicating actually a little bit lower prices. But as I said, we are not yet at this 2,860 level where I would expect it to turn around. We can also just now see that it's finding here some support, but nothing too convincing yet. But yeah, gave you the key support level, gave you the key resistance levels. We pretty much need to wait now how that next move up is going to play out. If we make a higher high, chances are very good that Ethereum could move up from here, and these could mean new all-time highs. It could also move up now and make a lower high, in which scenario then we would probably see the beginning of a new move down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we could get again into the target area and maybe even make a lower low compared to the previous wave 3 here at 2,170. And that could even go down, yeah, pretty much as low as 1,720 or something. Yeah, so to the lower support of that target area. I think I need to move it a bit lower to, yeah, pretty much 1,700. That is the beginning of that wave. Originally, it could theoretically come down to that level. I don't really want it to come down to that level. It's not great. I'd love to come down to 2,050. That would be my ideal target for that retracement. And the reason for that is because it has already come below the 0.786. So it did come below 2,380. If it comes below that but hasn't reached the next fib level yet here at 2,060, then I think it should really get there. It should do. That remains my primary view, but knowing that from here at any point in time it could actually go to new all-time highs because it has reached the overall correction target of that, yeah, the correction All right, that's my view here on Ethereum. Hopefully that was useful. If you liked the update, then please smash the like button and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment. That'd be great for the algorithm. And again, if you really like the content, you're not a channel member yet, but you want additional content, want to join a great and positive community, maybe consider to join as a channel member. You can then get access to Discord, Telegram, and a weekly live stream. Next weekly live stream is later today. Hope you liked the update. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.